Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed making your computers last lesson and came up with some really creative ways of creating your own desktop computer or laptop. Today we're going to look a little bit more at the mouse and how to use it, but first let's have a recap. So can we remember the main parts of these computers? Remembering that this one over the left is called, that's right, the desktop computer. And this one over here is called the laptop. And the difference being the desktop, so it stays on a desk, and a laptop, it goes with you and can go on your lap. So let's look at those parts. Remembering we have the screen to see what the computer is doing. You can see everything you're doing. The keyboard to type in those numbers and letters. The mouse, so you can select and move objects, and that base unit where it stores and processes information. And then on the laptop we have the screen, so again we can see what the computer is doing. We have the keyboard, so we can type in those numbers and letters, and we have the trackpad, so that we can select and move objects, the same as the mouse, two different names but does the same thing. So we're going to use the computer mouse or the trackpad to draw a picture. So you will need a device for today. So you need to have a desktop computer or a laptop to use to create your picture. So computer mice or trackpads, they don't always look the same, but they all do the same thing. So there's some images here of different trackpads at the bottom, and then you've got some different mice at the top. They all do the same thing. We're selecting and moving objects on there. And what we're going to use today is a website that is free to use. It is PaintStop, P-A-I-N-T-Z.app. And if you need an adult to help you log it on, ask them to help you and we can work through this. So we're going to click on the brush tool up here. And then we're going to select a colour, and I'm going to go through this in the program in a second. And then we're going to select how thick we want the line to create our own picture. And here we are, we've got the PaintStop app up here, and we've got the paint tool selected, and we've got some colours over here. So I'm going to choose, let's choose brown for my stem of my flower, and I'm going to choose here how thick I want it to be. Shall we go for 10 and see how thick that is? Oh, there we go. I've got a nice thick line for my stem, and I'm going to choose green, and I'm going to do some leaves at the bottom, and now I'm going to draw my flower at the top. Now I'm going to have a blue centre, I'm going to have a circle in the middle, and then I'm going to have a yellow flower, and then I'm going to use the mouse, and all I'm doing is clicking and moving my mouse. I'm not taking my finger off the mouse as I'm drawing, and what we're doing is using that mouse. Now what you've got here is a mouse. Now on the left is the button that you need to use, and when you click and hold your finger on there and move the mouse, it will draw a line. Okay, when you let go of the mouse, that is when the line will stop. So the only button you need to do is you need to put your hand over the mouse and you click and move the mouse. And by moving it, you will draw a picture. Okay, so by clicking, so I'm clicking the mouse and I'm moving it and I'm drawing a picture. Okay, so that is how you need to have a go at using your mouse. You don't need to use any of the other buttons today. You're just using that left one here. So click, drag, and drag means move it around. So click and hold it and move your mouse and do some circles to start with so that you can get used to it and move it around. So click and move your mouse around until you get it right, and you can move it and get the right picture and have a go at drawing a flower or anything else. You can just have a go at moving that mouse. Click, hold it down, move around and let go when you've finished. Now that you've had a go at creating a flower or whatever image you decided to draw, have a look at the different icons across the top of your screen where we had the paintbrush, and see what some of the other ones do. What happens if you choose this icon here, or this one here, or the shapes? Have a look and have a play and see what you can do with this, using your mouse to click and move and try things out.